Raiders and the Los Angeles Rams. With fall around the corner, football is back, America, and we're underway on EA Sports. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he will be brought out here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. A first down run, not going to get him a whole lot. Maybe a yard. And it looks like just 1 yard there. So that'll bring up 2nd and 9. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Throwing now is Lance. That's complete to Mostert out of the backfield. Only a yard there. Sniffed out well defensively, and it brings up 3rd.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Working from the gun, Lance. And that is incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
That'll be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. That's into the hands of Tutu Atwell. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A big play that time through the air. 31 yards. The defense, they weren't fooled on that post route. They just couldn't make the play.
And the offense definitely tried to fool them because you saw the other route combinations, didn't you? Anything that they were running, trying to...
And down he goes. The 49ers get there. It was Eric Armstead fighting his way through that time to record the sack. So a nice bounce back there defensively after giving up the big play.
Yeah, you can either get down on yourself or you can get motivated. And that time, they dropped him for a loss. So I would say that they got motivated and made the play.
A nice opening right away as he'll maneuver his way up to the 32-yard line. I was pretty surprised there when they lined up to run it on 2nd and long, but it worked out for him.
It certainly did, and that requires some confidence, some fortitude, and a little bit of hope, doesn't it? You hope you catch the defense just right and break off a big run to help yourself out on the next down.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. He's going to drop this one down to Gordon. And they're going to get him down well short of the 1st as he can only get this to the 30. So now the Rams send out the field goal team here. This will be spotted at the 37, so it's a 47-yard attempt. Gay's kick is good. Well, all offseason, probably a lot of thought goes into that first drive of week 1. They didn't get the touchdown, but at least they got something.
And what I like about it is that they didn't overthink it, because you're exactly right. A lot goes into the offseason, the preseason to get to that first drive of the regular season. They went right downfield, mission accomplished, points on the board.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And, Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in Week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that in the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them all bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams try to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to sell right out of the gate.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Lance looking to throw it. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
That's a nice design there, but sometimes, though, you get so many blockers out ahead of you, they kind of slow you down and force you to adjust. You always appreciate guys trying to help you, but maybe one less there could have turned this into a bigger game.
Lance looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Got his target, Samuel. And he is going to have a Niners first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2.
They've been moving the ball well, but this drive was in danger of stalling out. Fortunately, this is a nice throw here, and they're able to pick up a new set of downs.
They'll run on first down. Dalton, a beautiful fake. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 48 yards for him on the ground in this first quarter. He has been tremendous to start the new year.
First down, 49ers.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
Well, when you've got a tight end who can run, you've got to give him a shot to unlock the defense. Want to see what they can get, taking the big shot downfield. That one winds up incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10. Shotgun now for Lance. Getting this out to the flat, Mostert. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
6-yard line.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. A great effort there with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They finished off their opening drive of the campaign with a field goal on the last drive. Now they'll search for a touchdown here on this go-around. 1st and 10. Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And he finally is out of bounds, but he's down inside the 20-yard line. A big play there for L.A. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Steven Nelson. And the 49ers are going to get the football here at their own 23. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
On 1st down, Dalton. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. 59 yards rushing for him in this first half as he is looking in mid-season form here in the opener. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Lance now to throw. And his throw here is incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. From the gun, it's Lance. Flush to his right. And Lance will have the 1st down as he's able to slide to avoid the contact there at the end of the play.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a 1st down.
Here's a throw out wide complete to his running back right side. There he goes right side. Touchdown, 49ers. Good throw there, and I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his 2nd season.
You can tell he put the work in the offseason, and what I mean by that is understanding the playbook. Not just the plays and how to execute them, but how to do it against a variety of defenses. Also understands his team better, what they can and cannot do. You can see the confidence rising in him as he plays.
Raymond Calais now from his end zone. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A big play there on the catch and run.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
Check, watch 54, watch 54.
Stafford on first down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. Touchdown, Rams. Tutu Atwell, 48 yards. And the Rams have got this back to a one-score game. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead is down to 4. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Here's Lance. And he takes a shot on the release.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
Throwing his Lance on 3rd down. And the Rams got it. They bring it down. Baron Browning drops him for a 4-yard loss there, and that brings up 4th down. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And the Rams are going to start this drive in great field position as they take over.
Easy, alert!
On first down, Stafford here. Escaping the pressure right. That's complete. It's Gordon. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
From the 35 on 2nd down, Stafford is going to fire one deep over the middle. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. And he will have the first down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good. Well, they gave themselves options there on the 3rd down play and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
And the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked. That is Nick Bosa from out on the edge who worked his way in for the sack.
Well, that's the second time he's been sacked so far in the first half, and if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so he can throw the football.
And some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Here we go.
They'll run here with Raymond Calais.
Well, it looks like they caught him off guard on 2nd and very long by running the football. All right, we always talk about tendency breakers and counters and doing things opposite the grain, and that worked very well for them. Picked up really nice yardage, but they still have a lot of work to do on 3rd down.
Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. We remind you that coming up at the half, we'll hand things off to Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have scores from earlier today, plus a look ahead as well, so you won't want to miss that. A lot going on here in Week 1.
36. Omaha, ready to move. Hey. Strip the ball. Strip that ball. Hey. 51.
Stafford now to throw. And he fires one, but incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And Gay knocks this one through. And the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no return on this one. It's a fair catch, a signal for, and taken. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Second and 6, just inside the 30. Now Lance. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. Mike McGlinchey, the Notre Dame man, guilty on that one. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. To throw, it's Lance. And that is incomplete here.
You definitely would have liked to have hit on that one because now you've got a 3rd and long showing up, and you just know defense is going to be getting after it. They are pinning their ears back, and they are coming.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Lance going to throw. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Fielded at about the 28. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. We've got a little more than a minute to go, and I think the offense is saying, hey, all we need here, a field goal, and we can take the lead into intermission.
Well, I think that's what the goal should be. Give your kicker a chance to give you those 3 points. But in the meantime, if someone falls asleep on the defensive side, you might take advantage of that and get a big shot downfield, too.
And that nearly intercepted. It's incomplete. Now, remember, he had a pick earlier, but couldn't reel that one in.
A pretty rocky start in this game for the guy throwing the ball. Already has thrown 1 interception. Almost threw a second one right there. All he's doing right now is giving the defense a whole lot of confidence.
They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1.
I got you.
Here's Stafford. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Woods. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. To throw is Stafford. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Going up top for Cup. And this one incomplete. Oh, he couldn't hang on to it in the end zone, and that's one that'll haunt you. And now it brings up 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Stafford. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Sets up 4th down.
Gay's kick is good. And with that, they'll take a 2-point lead here in quarter number 2. So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway as they take over here with 11 seconds remaining. On 1st down, Lance. That's Samuel, caught left side. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. A final shot before half for Lance. It returns it right back to Samuel. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So we have reached halftime here in the Thursday night opener as we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? Okay, Coach. Yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this 3rd quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now they run from the gun with Gordon. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Hey, let's get some penetration here. Let's get some penetration.
51's the mic. 51's the mic.
You remember?
Stafford on 3rd down. And he will find Atwell. That's complete. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And that last reception puts him over 150 yards now on the game, Charles.
And now it's not just execution. It's not just performance. It's a mental aspect that's going on, because right now he has got the defense so much on their heels, got them looking at each other. Who's going to cover this guy, and what type of coverage can we put out there to try and slow him down?
Defensively, Jimmy Ward in on the stop. 2nd and 10.
Watch the run. Real right, 22. Mike 54. Mike 54.
Now Stafford. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. With that last pass, he just went ahead of Warren Moon on the all-time NFL career passing yards list.
And that's Hall of Famer Warren Moon. A significant accomplishment to be able to pass that number. Somewhere Warren is saying, but what if they added my Canada yardage? Right? My time in the Canadian Football League, that's 21,000 more yards that could be added to Warren's total.
In the NFL, he had 49,325, and now you're looking at a man that is very close to 50,000. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Mike's by 4. Mike's by 4. Mike's by 4.
Again, it's Stafford. Now that'll be caught by Cup. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 22-yard line.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Meanwhile, Stafford's throw pulled in by Atwell here. Touchdown! 2-2 Atwell. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Rams take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that makes this a 9-point game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Here we go. Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. They'll try the left side. Dalton. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 69 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
And the 49er first down.
Off of play action, here's Lance. Gonna take a shot for Gallup. He's got a man, complete. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A big connection on that one. 35 yards. They'll run on first down. Dalton. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
I think we can safely say that those types of players are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Eluding the pressure right, and he'll just get rid of it.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Working from the gun, Lance. Flushed out right. The ball comes out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Excellent work there by Lance as he scrambles for the first down. Thankfully for the offense, a fortuitous bounce there on the fumble goes out of bounds because they're down here in the red zone. You don't want to lose one there.
You don't want to lose one, and the best part, because it went out of bounds, they retain possession, still have an opportunity to put points on the board.
And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll keep it on the ground. Dalton. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Well, partner, I guess sometimes it's just a matter of philosophy. Some say run until they absolutely stop you, and others say, well, when you think they're about to stop you, fool them a little bit. I guess they should have tried to fool them on that play.
Now into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown. The mistakes continuing to pile up, and it looked like they were going to be able to eat into that deficit. Instead, now the deficit is even larger.
Yeah, they were on a march with a chance to get back within a score, but now that deficit continues to grow.
An extra point by Gain is up and good. And that could be important as that makes this a 16-point lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. Good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one didn't bother you too much last time.
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
So now a fresh set of downs. 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Shotgun now for Lance. And it looked like he got the feet down, did he? Yes, it's a catch. A big play that time through the air. 33 yards.
They started this drive with terrific field position, and it's going to get even better after that play. Had great options with where they started, so they decided to press their advantage, and it paid off.
Now left side of the swing pass. And they're play, being knocked back to the 18. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards. Still 15 yards to go, second down. Lance looking to throw it. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Touchdown 49ers. Deebo Samuel, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And the 49ers make some inroads here on that deficit. Here we go now as we get set for a big two-point conversion. They'll try and throw for it. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off with great anticipation.
Well, as most teams do in their two-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you get a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case there. That's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Stafford. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. Now with that interception, you feel like we got a ball game again. Remember, 2-score contest and still time left here in the fourth.
And in the old days, not too long gone either. Throwing the ball here would have been an absolute no-no. But the way the game's played now, throwing it makes sense. You just have to be careful when you put it in the air.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
They'll keep it on the ground. Dalton. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Not the start to the drive they were hoping for. That run doesn't get them much at all.
No, not at all. And that leaves them with 3rd and long, which means you've got to dial up something. Think your best player with a play that he likes to run best.
The Niners on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 8. Flush to his right. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback. I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Their lead back down to 1 score after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together a few first downs, likely on the ground as they begin 1st and 10. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
A good run got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. Back to throw, Stafford. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. From the gun, here's Stafford. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a fourth down. Well done.
So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. It'll go as a 42, make it a 43-yard punt. 6 on the return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
On 1st down, Dalton. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes I forget how much information he has to go through before the ball's even snapped. But what a diagnosis right there. Saw the play, shot through the gap like a rocket, and ends up spilling it for a loss.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Throwing now is Lance. Now he'll escape to his left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
And my initial thought was that maybe he was just trying to blindly throw this one away, and maybe he was. But he's going to get away with it because as he tried to throw it over the left sideline there's a receiver right there in the area. So no grounding call.
Throwing is Lance on 3rd down. This one caught by Kittle. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 21. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Meanwhile, Lance's throw pulled in by Kittle. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. 7 yards, the pickup there.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
3 yards remain for 2nd down. And to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to take it in. Go. A great play there. Now with his 3rd touchdown in his first ever NFL game. And the 49ers are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. Set to be and a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. Their play.
So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Stafford. He's got Atwell. That's complete.
They absolutely have to rush right now, but they definitely have to pick up the tempo a bit.
At the 46-yard line.
Check 52. Double right.
Stafford now to throw. to the right side and complete to Atwell. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. He's been a busy man here.
Well,
I would.
Of course, you got to keep throwing it to him. He keeps making plays.
Oh, give me radar.
Now it's Stafford. Nice job, though, defensively.
Well, to your point, it was a nice job of knocking the ball away, but you're also right. You can't be afraid to take those chances. That means your guys going downfield to catch the ball, they've got to elevate their game and come down with these in order to keep your offense moving.
SOS. 51's the mic. 51's the mic.
Stafford. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. 3rd and long coming up. Defensively, you pressure the quarterback or drape all over the passing lane?
Yes, that's exactly what you do. Time pass rusher, send him after the quarterback, and then make sure you blanket the field.
Monday.
54.
Stafford looks to throw again. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. Here's Johnny Hacker now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he gets it away. A directional kick going toward the sideline. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play, but if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now a play fake. Lance able to find Gallup. And some room to work. There he goes left side. And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the 4th.
I don't know how many more of these my heart can take, my man. I just don't know. Another big touchdown late in the game. They look like they're in control. But still, there's a chance. Block the extra point, go down and score, kick the extra point themselves. They can pull this one out.
Yeah, but also on the sideline that just took the lead, you got to get your defense ready and the special teams unit for the kickoff coming up.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Got to pull everyone together and make sure they're still focused and aren't already celebrating a win.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They're down here in a one-score game. But the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
They have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. That's out to the flat for Gordon. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
That's complete. Akuebuna. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Working with a 2nd and 3. They'll look to throw. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7. But first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. This is caught. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down 1. That extra point is not a gimme.
And now the decision is to go for 2. A gutsy call, and this, in effect, is your ball game right here. Stafford's going to try and throw for it. And it is caught. They got to 2 points, and with it, they've taken the lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you've got a decision. Are you in field goal range, or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play.
We'll see how they handle it. He's back to throw. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
Probably time for 2 more shots, and ideally, they'd like to get to midfield or so they have a chance at a Hail Mary on the final play.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Back to throw. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. This defense looking impenetrable now. 3 straight incompletions. They're giving him nowhere to go with the football. Maybe a little frustrated back there.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. When you've missed on 3 straight, there's going to be some frustration. But now he's got to make sure that that frustration is temporary, not lingering. Big throw coming up.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. And they'll go for it. Lance. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And defensively, that might just seal a Week 1 victory. Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. Well, my friend, for the players, it's good for